So this is lesson 20 for course 1, greatest common factors. So when you're looking at greatest common factors, your first step is just to look at the factors of numbers. So remember, factors are two or more numbers that times together to make a number. In this case, we're only looking at two numbers that times together to make a number. For example, if we're looking at 4, okay, 4, you has factors 1 and 4 because 1 times 4 equals 4. It also has the factors 2 and 2. Okay, now I don't have to write 2 twice. I can just do that. If you need to write the 2 the second time, just to keep it track in your head, you can, but you only have to write it once. And there's no other way I can make 4. So my factors of 4 are 1, 4, and 2. Now, if I was doing greatest common factors, I'd be comparing this number to another number. Let's compare it to 12. Factors of 12 are 1, 12. Always start with these two when you're doing factors. 1, 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. Now, these are my factors of 12s. Now, to find the common factors, you just go through and you go, okay, which factors do these two have in common? Well, they have 1 in common, they have 4 in common, and they have 2 in common. So that's 1, 4, and 2. And which of these is the biggest or the greatest? Well, 4 is the biggest. That means 4 is the GCF or greatest common factor of 4 and 12. Okay, that's all it is you do your factors and then you list out your common factors and find your greatest common factor or your biggest common factor. We'll do one more as an example and then I'll let you go and continue working. Okay, this time we're going to look at 3 numbers that we're going to be comparing. We're going to look at 6, 9, and 15. Okay, and we're going to compare all of them. So let's start with 6. My factors are 1, 6, 2, 3, and there's no other way for me to make it. If you can't do this off the top of your head, by the way, list the factors. Really good item to use is your times tables chart. Just look at each column or row, go down or across until you hit the number or you get to numbers that are bigger than that number. So if I'm going across and suddenly I'm in the 20s, I know I can't make 6 from that one anymore. That's a good way to do some checking if you can't do this off the top of your head. So these are my factors of 6. 9s, I have 1, 9, 3 times 3, and that is it for 9. 15, 1, 15, 3 times 5 is 15, and that's it. Okay, and now we go look at our common factors. So of course 1, okay, common factors, 1. 2, no. 6, no. 3, ooh, we got 3s. And 3s. So our greatest common factor, or our GCF, is 3, because 3 is our biggest or greatest factor in common between all 3 numbers. That is lesson 20, course 1, greatest common factors.